are 5 top reasons why in Windsor, Essex County, a house will sit on the market for more than 30 days. Sometimes people come to me after they've hired another agent to list their home. But buying listings expired because the house sat on the market for way too long. Typically, I will take a look at the listing and identify why the house didn't sell in less than a week or so. Number 1 is bad photos. When you start to interview agents to list your home, one of the most important questions you can ask them is, who is your photographer? If the agent cannot give you an answer, or worse, they tells you that other do DIY their own photos, they might have an in-house photographer. That's okay. Apps like Zillow, Redfin, and those other ones, potential home buyers trained to just swipe when the photos are not good. And also, your photos, the photos they see on the website, is an invitation to visit your home. Just imagine that the photos are not so great. They would not be interested in your home. Just put yourself in the shoes of the buyer as well. What will make you go and view a property? The photos, right? So make sure that the photos are interesting. Make sure that the agent hires a seasoned professional photographer, a real estate photographer, because they have different specialties, right? They know, these real estate photographers know what to capture. They know the essence, the beautiful features of your home, and they capture this for you, because this will be the first step driving tons of traffic to your home. Number 2, the second thing I see most often is a bad deco. Unless you are an interior designer yourself with a trained eye, it is really difficult for an average buyer to see past your deco. So even if you've chosen the pieces carefully and paid premium price, it may not suit the buyer. Most of the time, it is not what the buyer is looking for. And this could be a big problem because everybody has different tastes. So in order for a buyer to want to have your home, they need to be able to just see themselves, picture themselves living in the house first. But this is nearly impossible when they cannot get past that chair or rug or that selection that you have chosen that doesn't match their own lifestyle. But it is okay, it matches yours. But at this point, you're trying to sell. You want to make sure that what you use are neutral. Yeah, sure, you can replace that rug, or you can replace, and they're not going to be using your chairs or sofa. But a buyer might just find something offensive and they won't get past it and will just leave without even walking through your home. So in order to eliminate this problem, remove all unnecessary cluster. You don't have to update the furniture piece by piece, but you can stage this and use a neutral color palette that will appeal to the masses. If you don't know how to do this, your agent can put you in contact with an amazing home stager. And if you're working with me, we have an in-house stager that would help you to stage your home. So when you take those professional photos, it just fits in. See, it's going hand in hand now. You have a home that is properly staged, and you have those beautiful photos, and it's so inviting for people to come and see them. The third thing that doesn't make a house to sell is the house, and this is probably the most common culprit. Sellers don't know that the market determines the price of a home, and not the seller, and not the appraiser, not even the realtor. This means that your home is what the buyer is willing to pay for it. And I know this might be very hard to accept, but think of a home that is worth $500,000 because you improved it. You made memories, you had such a good time living in the house, and you took care of it. But none of this matters to a prospective buyer. They will be looking for the home objectively. And if they cannot justify the price of your home, they will move that price. For most of my clients, I always have a candid conversation so that they understand how to price their home so it doesn't sit on the market for too long. You don't want your home to be the reference point. So if you're hiring an agent, this is something that they should be doing for you. They will pull out the comparables at the houses that are sold in your neighborhood within a certain period of time. And using this plus or minus of the prices that have sold in your neighborhood, they can give you a better idea of how much your home is valued. But then again, the market determines the value of your home. Number 4, bad vibes. Yeah, you will be surprised. You cannot even point out what is not making your house to sell. You can't even see what is holding back. And it could be just that funny pet smell, that dark drip interior, or the unusual hot and cold temperature, or just a weird, creepy sound that spooks the buyers out. It is sometimes very kind of just pointed. I remember going to a showing with a client, and they could almost immediately smell the urine of a cat in the house. I was like, oh wow. I could smell a cat a mile away, but the urine, it was just like, yeah, they could smell it. And for that basis, they didn't want to buy the house. So your agent should collect feedback from all the agents and buyers who have toured your home. And this feedback is very essential in spotting the trend and eradicating issues that are holding back the sale. It could just be an overpowering smell as well. I remember going to view a home and the room freshener was just overpowering. I was like, oh my God, this is too much. And I do suffer allergies, so it triggered my allergies almost immediately. But also I was curious about what are they covering up, right? So just be mindful about the vibes your house gives to someone. Again, position yourself. If you're buying a home, what would be something that just triggers you? Number 5 is bad communication. I cannot stress this enough. If you're hiring an agent on their website or on their listings, other listings, which I would suggest you check, they have the number of their brokerage. And I'm not saying this is bad, but you want your agent to be reachable at any time because they are there to partner with you to sell. So sometimes the house is perfect, you've done the videos, you've done the staging, and everything is great, but the communication or lack of communication from your listing agent can actually hinder the sale. It always baffles me when I encounter listing agents who doesn't return calls, allow showings. It's a different thing if you are still living in a house and you need time to prepare for a showing, but if the house is vacant, that means the showing should be automatic, right? So again, it depends on the flexibility, but some agents are just not available or they make themselves not available. So your agent should be available via text during normal hours. And I'm not saying that an agent shouldn't have a life, they should. But if you cannot get hold of your agent when you need them, there is a higher possibility that your prospective buyers and their agents are not getting through to your agent either. You also have to be flexible. So I understand the inconvenience of keeping the home clean to show at the moment notice, but if you really want to have your home sold, then you need to be very flexible on it is sold. I know some sellers who are still in it living in a house would say, no, I'm not available between so time and that. And I know your life has to go on as well, despite the fact that you want to sell a home. But again, it might just be that is the time, that block of time that your buyers are available to view your house as well. So try to be flexible and inconvenience yourself that period where you sign the dotted lines and you can just move on. Buying or selling a house can be very stressful, so be prepared for it. In some, the key to selling a home faster is making a great first impression. As they always say, first impression counts and it lasts longer. So this is where a skillful agent can really help you to sell that home, and not just selling it, but getting a higher return on your property. So before listing that property, I always make recommendations for my sellers so that we can sell your home for the most money and in the shortest amount of time. My name is Kemmy Raji, and I'm a real estate agent here in Windsor, and I serve amazing people in the Windsor Essex County. So if you're thinking of selling in Windsor Essex County, I have got you covered. I have a seller's guide which can help you to really determine what you need to do even before you put your house in market. So if you would like a copy of it, just comment or send me a message, and I'll be sure to send you a copy with no obligation to use my service. But if you do go ahead to use my service, I would partner with you on the journey of selling your home. Save this video for future reference. And if you know anybody that wants to buy or sell in the Windsor Essex County area as well, be sure to share them with me. And before you leave, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the alarm bell so that you can be aware of when I drop videos from every week. Stay tuned. Bye.